This Spotlight is brought to you by presenting sponsor, Busey Bank. Welcome to Spotlight. I'm your host, Jane Wernette. Today I'm joined by 3 local nonprofits, Naperville Youth Symphony Orchestra, Mission Meghna, and the Naperville Noon Lions Club. You're watching Spotlight, and joining me now from the Naperville Youth Symphony Orchestra are Kimberly Richter and Steve Klaus. So nice to have you both with us. We really enjoy, and it's been quite a while, I guess.
9 years.
Yes, longer than I thought it was. Kimberly. So let's talk. You were a founder. You're the artistic director and the conductor. You've got a lot of roles there. Talk a little bit about why you founded NYSO.
Well, I had been with another orchestra for 22 years. And my mentor, Meghna Tam, retired, and I decided it was time to move on and just address other chapters in my life. And then this opportunity came with a very random phone call from a man named Michael Giuliani, who said, "I want to work with you." And I said, "I don't want to work with you. I don't want to work. I'm done working. I'm done." And he goes, "No, you need to come in and meet with me." So I came in and I met with him. At the end, he said, "Let's start an orchestra." I said, "You're crazy. You're out of your mind." And he goes, "Can we talk about it now?" I said, "No, I'm going to Hawaii." I said, "We can talk when I get back." While I was in Hawaii, he set up a website, he set up an audition page, and he put out a poster all around town. And I literally found out when I was in Hawaii that I had started an orchestra.
Oh, that's great.
And so came back. We had over 110 young people audition. We accepted 72, and the Naperville Youth Symphony Orchestra was born. And that's how it started.
That's a wonderful story.
Oh, it was great. 72 people. Second year, we had 110. And right now, we're at, I think, 163, 64,
yep.
Somewhere in that general
That's vicinity. A big growth.
It's a nice growth. We started with 1 orchestra. We now have 2 orchestras and a thriving chamber ensemble program and an internship program.
That's terrific. Well, let's talk a little bit more about that. Steve, I'm going to talk to you. You're newer to the organization, but talk about the mission.
Sure. We're very proud of our mission. Our mission is to give our students, all 165 of them, an exceptional musical experience. Based on the classical tradition, we put some of the most well-known, respected, and great literature in front of them, and we perform it at an exceptionally high level. These are wonderful students who all audition to be part of our organization. They come from Naperville schools and surrounding area schools, and they're just exceptional musicians. We also include our audience as part of our mission too. We want them to be partners with us. We want to reach out to them and include them in the musical experience that the students are sharing and we all are sharing with. And we're very proud of the part of our mission that includes inclusivity. Mm-hmm. We want to be as inclusive as possible and include lots of different cultures, backgrounds, ethnicities, not only in our students, in our staff, but in the music that we perform as well. So we're very proud of our mission.
Yeah, that's a lot. And I think, it kind of maybe speaks, I think, Kimberly, to the types of music and the kinds of orchestras. And you mentioned that a little bit, but say a little bit more about your orchestras at this point.
Sure. We have 2 full symphonic orchestras. So that includes winds and brass, percussion, and strings, of course. We have Encore, which is our upper level group that plays standard literature that you could go and hear the Chicago Symphony playing.
Okay.
Very, very wonderful, as Steve mentioned, very high level. These kids are creme of the crop of the Naperville schools. We work in tandem with the public schools. We are not a replacement. We are an enhancement ensemble, which means that we want to work with the public school directors and help their program and just work together to give these kids another experience.
Okay.
In addition to their school program. We have the Philharmonia Orchestra, which is conducted by Rose Armbrust Griffin, who couldn't be with us today because she's actually performing with the Chicago Symphony this week. She's a classical violist. Phenomenal addition to our artistic staff. She's there. She also started this great group called Una Corda, which is a high-level string group that its sole purpose is for outreach. And so they do things like Tchaikovsky ensembles, sextets and such, and yet Taylor Swift pieces. Then besides Una Corda, we have a group called Pandemonium, which is our brass ensemble, which is run by Brian Miller, who is one of the few people that can actually conduct the President's Own. He's a military man, phenomenal musician, trumpet player, and he has just been so quintessential and in addition to the orchestra. And then we have Flutissimo, which is our flute choir, which is a nationally awarded flute choir. Actually, they were at the National Flute Convention a year ago. One of the two ensembles asked to play there, and they're run by Dr. Ellen Huntington, who's a professor at North Central College. So
Wonderful.
we really like to have Naperville talent, Naperville artists, and just we've really incorporated Naperville in the whole SECA thing because we are SECA funded, which is really great. And we're also in partnership with Elman's Music, which we are very, very proud of to have done.
Long-standing tradition here in town. Right.
Naperville people, born and bred, but yet reaching out to the outside communities as well.
Okay. Now, just for clarity, because when we say youth, I sometimes think of myself as youthful, but not so much. How old are we talking?
These students range from grades 5 to 12.
Okay.
And it's a large variety of age levels and abilities, and we love the fact that we have such a diverse population of students.
Yeah, that is a nice range, because I'm sure some of those younger students are learning from some of those older students as well. Yeah. Now, where do you practice? Where do you perform?
So we practice at the Naperville Community Concert Center. We're very honored to be able to play in that beautiful facility right in downtown. Every Sunday afternoon, we occupy that facility for the better part of the afternoon, and we are overjoyed to be able to play in beautiful Wentz Concert Hall, part of North Central College campus, which is an astoundingly beautiful place to play. So.
Yeah, it is. Certainly, that's a gem for our community, that's for sure, right? Let's talk a little bit about challenges, because obviously you're a newer, you're almost 10 years old, but you're a newer organization. What are some of the challenges that you've had to overcome? Sure.
So, we are experiencing what I call good challenges right now. The challenges of a booming, growing organization. So, as Kimberly mentioned, we have a number of different ensembles right now, and we squeeze all them into a period of time for rehearsal time on Sunday afternoon. So, one of the challenges in the future as our organization continues to grow will be to find time and a facility to operate long rehearsals, rehearsals that take numerous hours. So right now we're privileged to use the Naperville Community Concert Center, but there are other groups that use that facility as well. So that will be one challenge. Another challenge is financial. Performing in Wentz Hall is amazing, although it is demanding of our resources. It is not inexpensive to use that facility. So we continue to operate, apply for grants, seek community partnerships like Elman's Music, like Kimberly talked about, to enhance those resources so we can do that.
Okay. Well, as we wrap up, Kimberly, you started it. What are you looking forward to as you move forward?
Well, I'm looking forward to never having to play in shower curtains again like we did during the pandemic. That if I never have to do that again, that'll be too soon. We did do a great concert called Beethoven in Shower Curtains. And we literally played the Beethoven's Fifth Symphony in shower curtains. But it was fun. It brought kids together. It showed their resilience. But if we never have to do that again, that will be too soon. I look forward to, we also, besides our ensembles, we have an internship program. So young people that have gone off to college in our local colleges such as North Central College and Wheaton College come back and they intern with the orchestra. And these are future music educators. And so Steve talked a little bit about the 360 experience of the audience, the musicians, the parents, the membership, and then these interns who are learning how to run a group such as we have started, and then they can take it forward. We've had several young people go into major universities for music performance and education. We have a couple now that have graduated out of this program and are actually educating in the area. That's really kind of surreal to see. So I'm very excited about that, and I'm very excited about maybe starting another orchestra. We're looking to starting a young string group that would be more beginners, grades 3, grades 4, that could get that good foundational experience and then go into the ensembles.
Well, I feel like with both of your enthusiasm, these are not out of reach goals. So I wish you all the best, and thank you so much for sharing the information today.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And if you would like to learn more about the Naperville Youth Symphony Orchestra, please go and visit their website. We're going to take a quick break, but stay tuned. We're coming right back with more Spotlight.
This is the when art flourishes, everyone flourishes commitment. This is the let's revitalize our neighborhoods commitment. This is the roll up our sleeves and pitch in commitment. This is Busey, where our commitment to strengthen our communities is a top priority. Through energetic, engaged volunteers, through monetary support and advocacy. Because Busey is more than a bank that does well, we're a bank that does good.
We live in a safe community, but not a crime-free community. If you see something, say something. Be a Naperville Crime Stopper.
If you're just tuning in, you're watching Spotlight. I'm your host, Jane Wernette, and joining me now from Mission Meghna is Shabani Kulkarni. It's so nice to have you on the show, Shabani.
Thank you, Jane, for having me. It's a pleasure being here.
Absolutely. So let's learn a little bit about Mission Meghna. What's it all about?
So Mission Meghna is a nonprofit organization that my husband and I launched last year in honor of our daughter. And it's a tribute to her beautiful, kind, and compassionate spirit. The aim of our charity is in order to basically uplift the lives of young girls and women with the training and wellness resources that they need to live their dreams.
I love that. That's lovely. Now, I know the story about Meghna, but why don't you talk a little bit about why she was such an inspiration for the starting of this charity?
Meghna's altruistic spirit is a driving force behind our charity. She impacted so many lives with her kindness, and she had this ability to see the good in others and motivate them to be their best selves. She was a great source of comfort during the pandemic to a lot of people, dropping off food, medicines, giving rides, even her last dime to help anyone in need. She was impacted by the poverty that she saw in rural India when she was a little girl. And so she joined us in setting up a foundation there as a very little girl. And it was to support women with training in performing arts in order that they can support their families. At the age of 7, she would raise funds from the sale of her handmade jewelry that she called Meghna's Exotic Beads. And she would sell these at charities for a cause that supported underprivileged children. So Meghna was all heart. She was always all about helping people. And with all of her background in classical music and training in classical dance and music and fashion, she was always actively involved in our events, in our shows, and a huge source of support to us.
Yeah, it's a absolutely wonderful story, and I think she learned from you and the importance of giving back, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. She was always the first to offer help to anyone, and motivate people to reach for their dreams and speak the truth. That was really important for her. So she was actually a great source of inspiration to everyone, even people that she didn't know would look up to her for strength and guidance. And she's been a big part of everything, all of our ventures over the past 2 decades.
Yeah.
And she's always going to be a part of everything we do.
Yes, her spirit is going to live on for many, many years. And talk a little bit, because your charity is very specific around who it's trying to help. Give us a little bit more information about that.
So our charity is aimed at uplifting the lives of young girls and women with the training and wellness resources to live their dreams. We believe that women are the foundations of the family and the backbone of society. And by supporting them, we are building leaders that can make an impact in the community and create lasting change.
Yeah, and I think also, it's so lovely because Meghna was a lovely young woman. And so I think there's a really lovely alignment with that, right?
Yes.
As well.
Absolutely.
You've co-founded with your husband, the Matrix Club here in Naperville, and you're using that new venue to support the work that you're doing with Mission Meghna. Give us a little bit more about how you're planning to do that.
The Matrix Club is an arts and entertainment venue that we opened up last year in Naperville. And we offer a banquet hall, convention center, an art gallery, sound lab. We have a yoga studio and a dance studio and a restaurant called the Matrix Room and Meg's Lounge, named after our daughter. Meghna was an integral part of the creation of the Matrix Club and its events. She was a great source of inspiration to our team and a huge support to us. We have a lot of opportunities to bring artistic events to the community and raise funds and support other charities with a similar mission, charities that have been vetted that offer not just basic necessities like food, clothing, and shelter, but also financial aid, scholarships, mentorship, counseling, training programs, and all kinds of help for young girls and women to be able to live with passion and purpose.
So you're looking to really align and amplify the efforts of other local charities here too, then, it sounds like.
Yes, I think that by working together, we can make a lasting impact and a more profound impact in the lives of women and girls. And that's we've really been fortunate to be in a community where there's a lot of people that have a similar mission. And I think by coming together, we can truly make that difference in the world.
You're really taking so many of the things that were such an important part to her and then using those for the good of the mission, yes?
Yes, we're so grateful. She's basically been driving force behind everything that we do, and we're grateful to have a venue that supports our activities and the expertise and skills that are within our organization. And, we have so many different programs and wellness resources available to our community. And we're glad to collaborate and work with people that have a like-minded vision towards this cause. Okay. We have a yoga studio that's offering yoga classes and personal coaching sessions. We have a Drishti Center for Performing Arts that are offering training in various art forms and also presenting events in arts and dance and plays. And we have a sound lab that's offering podcasts to basically promote more social initiatives. So we hope that through our programs and through our activities, we're able to bring together like-minded people and raise funds for charities that have a similar vision and that have been vetted and that serve the local communities.
That's wonderful. Talk a little bit about some upcoming fundraisers. What have you got planned?
Oh, we have a very exciting event coming up. Our gala banquet on October 20th features a Bollywood singer, Richa Sharma. She's really popular. And we also have a live auction of paintings by Jenny Vyas. Lots of opportunities to collaborate and bring people together. And we hope that through our community endeavors, we're able to create a ripple effect and mobilize the community to come together and work towards a common cause. I think together we can make a true difference and a lasting impact. And this is exactly what Meghna would have wanted. And we see her vision kind of taking fruition through all of the activities that we do at the Matrix Club.
So Shivani, how can people get involved with Mission Meghna?
We invite them to join us as donors, as participants, as partners, as volunteers, whichever way they'd like to get involved. Together we can make a real difference. I think that together we can make a lasting impact. And we look forward to carrying forward Meghna's legacy to create a brighter world where women and girls live with passion and purpose. And we hope to bring together people that are in need with people who can help. As Meghna would say, isn't that what we're here for, Mom?
We thank you for sharing Mission Meghna, for joining with the community and trying to make the world a better place. I know Meghna will be smiling right now.
Thank you, Jane. It was an honor being here.
Absolutely. And to find out more about Mission Meghna, please go and visit their website. We're going to take a quick break, but stay tuned. We're coming right back with more Spotlight.
This is the Run My Own Business dream. This is the colleges paid for dream. This is the retire early dream. This is Busey, where your dreams and possibilities become moments through trusted guidance and expertise, through lifelong relationships. Because we're here to help you achieve the life you've always envisioned.
Stay in the know, at home, or on the go with the NCTV 17 News Update. This quick recap of everything happening in and around town will be delivered straight to your email inbox for free. Sign up today.
Welcome back to Spotlight. And joining me now from the Naperville Noon Lions Club are Glenn Benke and Diane Moore. So nice to have you both with us. And Diane, this is the first time we're meeting, so I'm going to start with you.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Tell us a little bit about the Naperville Noon Lions Club.
Well, the Naperville Noon Lions Club has been active here in the community for 75 years.
Congratulations.
And what we do, our primary mission is to help give support, vision and hearing support, particularly to children, but others in the community who otherwise couldn't afford that kind of support. And we also do diabetes awareness and support in that area for people who need it as well, and supporting other 501c3 organizations that benefit the people in our community.
Yeah, well, I'm going to say a thank you and a shout out to you because you've been longtime supporters of us, and we appreciate that. So thank you for that. And I think it's so lovely. It's such an important mission. Hearing and vision and diabetes obviously can play a part in either one of those two medically.
Okay.
So they are all connected, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
And we also have the nurses in 203 and 204. They do some screening, and they already know who are the low income people. And they said, we know this family can't afford glasses. And once they just know and they refer them to me, we get them the help they need. We get them the glasses they need. So
yeah.
it's just wonderful with working with the school districts.
They're so, and I think you just make such an important point, Glenn, right? Because if you can't see the board and you can't hear the teacher, you're not learning. So
Yeah.
it isn't just about the glasses or possible hearing. It's about your learning and your ability to be able to take advantage of that wonderful educational opportunity here.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Glenn, you love the race, the turkey trot. We know you love the turkey trot.
Yeah,
so what's happening for this year?
Well, we're signing people up. We've got volunteers we still need about 100 volunteers, so go to our website and sign up there. And people are entering every day. It's just wonderful. It's going gangbusters. My only hope is we don't have 6 inches of snow that day, but otherwise, we're looking for 70 degrees, but that only happened once, and that was the first year of the race.
Okay. Well, that was a good way to get started, right?
It sure was. It sure was.
Yes. A reminder, viewers, it's on Thanksgiving morning, yes. So tell us a little bit more.
Okay. So we have packet pickup at Naperville Running Company the week before. Then we all gather about 6 a.m. 8 a.m. is the race. Everyone's done by 9. We're out of there at 10:30 a.m. And we've got help from the Naperville Police, the Fire, City Services, and the high school. It's just wonderful. Naperville Central High School, behind there on Hillside, is where the race starts, and it just does a little loop around the Green Acres subdivision where I live.
Okay.
My house is the 2-mile water station.
Okay, good to know. So,
I didn't pick that house, but serendipity, it works just fine.
It seems good, right?
Yes.
And as you talk about needing volunteers, Glenn, what kinds of things do you need people to help you with?
Well, we're passing out T-shirts. We have the police take care of the main intersections, but some people, we have a group of high school kids, just by a parking lot, just so that no one's coming out into the race. But it's a 5K. And what's best about it is there's some fast runners, and there's a lot of people just come walking. And the whole family's got a turkey hat on. Or, some like turkeys, some look like a cooked turkey. And it's just wonderful to see all the costumes and people just walking along, pushing a stroller or whatever. It's just to get people out exercising is just great.
It's a race for everybody.
Yes. Oh my. I mean, no one ever says, who was the first place guy? And you see these guys coming in, because we've got some great runners in the high school and college area, but there's a lot of people who just come out for the exercise, which is wonderful.
Well, that's wonderful. And I think an important thing, it's a fundraiser, lest we forget, right?
Yeah.
And so, Diane, give the viewers a little bit of an understanding about how you then take that money and put it back into service for your mission and impact on the community.
Well, as I mentioned, we do supply support in hearing and vision and diabetes, and as Glenn mentioned, glasses, hearing aids, whatever the people in the community need. We also support other 501c3 organizations that benefit the Naperville area, including Families Helping Families. We help them keep their pantry full of the essentials that people moving from homelessness to a home are going to need, and they're not covered by food stamps. They're paper products and baby diapers and cleaning supplies. So we do collections for that a couple times a year. We support groups who offer special activities for those who have special needs. And all of these community organizations are centered in this area, and so our neighbors see the benefit.
Yeah. You partner with a lot of people in that
And they'll
space.
give us some wonderful discounts on their services, which makes our dollars extend. And that's just wonderful, wonderful. It's
So you're working with them to kind of bring them around the course that you have.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Glenn, you know, you come on and you've talked about the turkey trot as a tradition. Why is it an important tradition for our community?
Well, years ago, a guy came from out east. He said, we used to do a great race out there for the Lions Club out there. And Thanksgiving is a perfect day. Because guess what? If you made something, now Diane might be cooking a turkey that day for the family at noon. Maybe she can't come. But most people, you're coming out for exercise at 8 a.m. You've already made your salad where you're going to your mom's. Everyone's coming to Naperville. This isn't a race where you're saying, I'm going to the Boston Marathon. I'm going to fly out to Naperville for No, you're flying in. If maybe you're at college, you're coming back. Maybe your family's coming into mom or grandma's house. And guess what? You're getting everybody out of the house because they're in your way when you're in the kitchen. So we've got everyone out of the house. You wouldn't do that on Christmas because you're unwrapping gifts. It's whole different. You wouldn't do that on Easter. You're hunting for eggs. But Thanksgiving, that morning, you want the kids out of the house. But that's just wonderful. So the families are out there. Maybe they're tailgating. There's even a couple bars I hear that are open. So when you finish the race, you're going somewhere else for a little libation before you make it home. And you're out of who's ever doing the cooking's hair.
Okay, I love that. That's a great way to think about it. Hadn't thought about it that way before, Glenn. I like that. I like that. Listen, we are so appreciative of the work that the Naperville Noon Lions Club does in Naperville, and certainly for those that we know that have those hearing and eye concerns, that is really something that is so important, and we appreciate the work that you do and the support that you give to other nonprofits. So thank you. And we'll be hoping for 70-degree weather.
All right, me too. Me too. Yeah.
Okay. Right. And for more information about the Naperville Noon Lions Club, please go and visit their website. I'd like to thank all of my guests for joining us on Spotlight, and our friends at Busey Bank for their generous sponsorship of today's show. To learn more about the organizations featured on this episode, please go and visit our website at nctv17.org. And to stay informed about what's happening in our community, sign up to receive our daily news update and like and follow us on social media. For Spotlight, I'm Jane Wernette. Thank you for watching. This Spotlight is brought to you by presenting sponsor, Busey Bank.